Hello, hello, hello. I am live from Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville. You got to say that right. Dr. Mom Live. I haven't been on here for, seems like forever ago. And my friend Donna was asking about it, and I'm like, oh, I need to get on there. So I'm going to do an update today on my workout, on my RV life, and on moving forward, like what's happening coming up. So here I am, Dr. Mom Live, entrepreneur, business person, mom, grandma, friend. This is my series. It's just become my everything series. I guess it's probably going to be under the moving forward series more than anything, but I'm just checking back in. It's 2020. We made it to 2020. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So here I am checking in with you. Hello, Donna, if you're on there. She was asking me about it. I'm like, I know I need to get on here. I need to get on here and check in. And I have to finish my 52 Women of the Bible, which I'm going to try and finish this week, because next week I'm heading out down to warmer weather, because it is really getting cold here this week, and probably, I guess, from what the sounds of it's going to be kind of cold in January, February here. So I will be heading first to the Carolinas and then down into Florida, where it's warm in the southern part. Hey, Anna. Hey. So anyway, that's kind of my plans. I thought I would check in and talk about my workout. My main thing today is making sure my internet system. So Maggie, thank you, Maggie, gave me a modem, and I did get everything hooked up. It's a little more expensive, but I should have good internet, not broken through my videos, and be able to upload them. So I'm hoping to stay consistent. I've got to get my 21-day challenge going and get my internet done. I feel like, I'm just taking this time to be with my family, and it's been heavenly. It's been wonderful, although I did get a sinus infection. It's been a couple of weeks, and it's starting to clear up now. But I do get those. I haven't been sick for 2-3 years, so I did get a sinus infection, but it is clearing up pretty good now. It took a little while, but so you may hear some stuff going on, but all in all, I'm feeling really good. So what's happening? What's happening with my workout? What's happening with RV life? What's happening with moving forward? So I've been here in Kentucky for a couple months now. I'm going to be taking off next week around Wednesday, and my plan is to take about a week over in the Carolinas, and then to head down into Jacksonville, Florida, which is sort of the tip of Florida, the northeastern part. And I plan on heading down into the southern, maybe central part. There's a lot of YMCAs there because I'm still in the middle of training. I don't like getting away from it too long. I've been going to the Y here, which has been phenomenal, by the way. Because my trainer has me going 6 days a week. So, you got to be close to some kind of gym, and they have YMCAs all over Florida. So I'm pretty excited. I also will be looking for pickleball, because I haven't been able to really ride my bike here. It hasn't been ideal weather for it. I did do one day, but it was a little on the chilly side, and I haven't played any pickleball, so I'm going to have to almost start over. So anyway, this is what's happening. I think I talked to you before about a new workout. So my trainer gave me a new workout. The workouts last 16 weeks, so about 4 months, right? And it seems like that's kind of long, but I find that it takes a couple weeks to fully get into the workout because it's pretty intense. There's a lot of new workouts a lot of new exercises that I haven't heard. I have to Google them and just really start learning what I'm doing. So, let's see, I got my workout on my phone, so I can't really look at it, but he's got me doing, I do chest, I think it's chest and back, and I might be off a little bit on this. Chest and back today. It was a really intense workout. Tomorrow will be legs, and then legs and back. Possibly, I might get this wrong, but I think Wednesday is maybe bicep, tricep type stuff. Thursday, again, is chest and back, and then Friday is legs again, and then Saturday is shoulders. So it's, at first when I started doing, I was only training 5 days a week, and it wasn't too bad, but it was pretty intense moving into 6 days a week, but I'm used to it now. And so I do 6 days a week. I'm doing about 2 hours at the gym. My workout, now that I have it down pretty good, takes about probably an hour, a little over an hour. And then I do cardio for 30 to 45 minutes. Because I haven't been getting the cardio in that I was used to in Havasu, say, because I was riding my bike I think it was 8 miles a day, maybe 10, I think it was 10, to the gym and back. And then I was also doing a 2-mile walk with my dog, and I'm not doing that at all here. I'm not doing it. It's just, I don't know. I don't like cold weather. And that, obviously, that's why I said no more goodbye to Idaho, because I don't want to be in the cold. And although it's not super cold here, it's sort of cold, and it rains a lot. It's beautiful, but it does rain a lot here. So, hey, Tina. So I haven't been out doing those kinds of things. I haven't been playing pickleball because it just isn't working out. And plus, I have 4 grandkids here. I have so enjoyed being with them. Just each one of them, a lot of it's running around. They're in sports, and the 2 older ones are working now, and just, there's a lot going on. I went to a cabin with my kids and their friends over the weekend, and it was really fun. You just to get back to talking to each other and playing games, and we had so much fun. So anyway, that's my workout. So they're pretty intense. I have been getting stronger, although my diet has been horrible. I mean, I gained 10 pounds right out of the gate after leaving Havasu, and I'd already been struggling with losing it. So I'm back on my routine now, but it's just difficult. Like it is. But as long as you get back in, a lot of it is water. So this is so important. And I followed Christy Code Red Nichols. She's fabulous. Where you do, it's super good. And her big thing is water, weigh yourself, and sleep is huge for weight loss. And then she does sort of a keto thing, which I love. She does macros, counting, measuring, things like that. And so I'm getting back to that. Water, I tried again. I had her write me a plan, so I knew how much I should be doing. She has me doing 150 ounces of water a day, about a gallon, and so that's 128, a gallon and 32 ounces. And I'm doing really well with that now. So I usually do a gallon. I do 3 of these 40-ounce container. Hey, Sandra. Hey, how you doing? I've been thinking about you. So I do 3 of those. I do 1 when I wake up in the morning after I've had coffee. I do 1, 40 ounces. Then at the gym, I do 40 ounces. I usually have some amino energy in there and some creatine mixed in. And then when I get home from the gym, I do another 40 ounces. Good, I was happy to see. Oh, thanks. I know. I finally have, hopefully, I'm hoping this doesn't interrupt. Sandra says, I'm happy to see you online. I'm happy to be here and to see everyone or talk to everyone. I got a new modem and I have my own service in the RV. So this is a test run to make sure that I don't break up. It uploads fast. So far, it's been good. It's a little bit expensive. It's probably costing me all in all $100 a month. But as long as I'm able to keep my videos going and everything, I'm going to try and get my web page and all of that developed. So I may be calling on you, Sandra. We'll see. While I'm here with my kids, I'm just going to enjoy them. So I'm not going to really get to work on, you know, doing my videos and getting the challenge going probably for another 2 weeks. And then I'm going to have to get into it seriously because I'll probably be running out of money. I have a good budget now, but you know, you can't live on it's expensive to travel. First of all, it is very expensive. So I did buy a park pass. I'm hoping that'll save me money. What it seems like, but you know, I think I'll wait for that for the RV part because I'll kind of tell you what I'm finding price wise. But so my diet, he's got me doing oatmeal in the morning before I go to the gym, and I've been making these egg bites, which are fabulous. I don't know if you guys have ever tried, they're at Starbucks and they have egg bites there. I'm sure you probably have tasted them, but they're fabulous. But they're super easy to make. They make great energy bites, basically, before you go to the gym, and they're quick. So I have been making my daughter and I some, and this is all you do. It's so fast. Oven 350, right? I got those silicone muffin pans, so it's got the silicone, fabulous, and spray olive oil in those. So I have been making about 40 egg bites. They're about the size of a muffin, but about half the size. They don't get super big, but I used 24 eggs. Remember, this is for 2 of us. I used, so it would be 18 egg whites and 6 full eggs. So most of it's egg whites. It's got protein in it, a huge amount of protein. They're fabulous. And then I use a thing of cottage cheese. I'm going to say, I don't know. It might be 16 to 24 ounces. It's the bigger thing of cottage cheese. It didn't matter to me if it's full curdle or not. But so now remember, this is making 40 egg bites. So it's not going to add up to a whole lot. So you Brandy has this fabulous blender. So I dumped all the egg whites in, put in the cottage cheese, dumped the whole thing in. Yesterday I used spinach and dumped it in, and then I forget I like mine spicy. I put egg whites or some spice in there, crushed reds. I put in some Italian seasoning. I've made it a couple different ways. I did use taco cheese in there. I blended that all together. Okay, so you blend that all together. You can put onions in there. I have used crushed reds, but if you blend it, it makes it sort of, it's all blended, which makes sense. You blend it to blend it, right? Okay, so you pour that in your little muffin tin, and I only pour it, you don't fill it up to the top, you put it about 3/4 of the way in there. Okay, so you put that in. This is what I like, and it's really good. Either put sausage in there after it's poured into the muffin tin. I've also put red chives, not red, green chives, kind of chop those up and put them in, and chopped up. I've roasted red peppers from you, Sandra. I learned that from you, or you can put them on the grill, right? And I chopped those up and put in it, and then bacon. So I cooked bacon, grinded, blended the bacon so it's in fine, and then you put that on top, and you kind of just poke it down a little bit and let it saturate into the egg mixture. And then I usually top it with a little bit of cheese, but you don't need to. But it's not gonna add up to that much. I would use sharp cheddar. I think, what's it called? Gouda or Gouda? I don't know. It's kind of a smoky cheese. They make that at Starbucks. It's a bacon and Hey, Alex. Hey. You put that in on the top, and then you bake it in the oven. I think it probably takes me about 40 minutes to bake those egg bites. But in the bottom of the oven, underneath them, I use a little baking pan and put water in it. Because you don't want it to cook. You want it to have moisture in the oven. It is so fast. So I look at them to check them about every 20 minutes or so, and they actually kind of pop up out of the pan when they're done. And then I set them on the counter, let them dry out a little bit, and then store them in an airtight container in the fridge. I have 2 of those before I go to the gym, and it is super. Happy New Year, Alex. Same to you. I can't believe it's 2022. It's crazy, right? 2022 already. Where's time gone? I don't know. But anyways, happy to see you. Anyway, I'm talking about my diet for my training program, and I was telling everyone, and like you, we talked about, it's hard to get enough protein in, right? Especially, I don't know, if I eat too much, then I gain weight. So you have to eat the right amount, and it's impossible to get enough protein in. So I do have a good protein powder that I'm using, and I kind of put that in my coffee in the morning. I like to have a bullet coffee. So that's what I have that in the morning. I have that, and I was doing some oatmeal, but I think like the oatmeal is making I'm allergic to gluten. And my arms have been so sore, like my shoulders, since I've been eating the oatmeal. So I just decided to try substituting for some cauliflower. I'm going to try that in the morning, and then broccoli in the morning. I'll do a big cup of that with my egg bites. I usually have a couple slices of bacon and half of an avocado. And then like a bullet coffee, MCT oil, things like that. And then I won't, and water, 150 ounces of water. It keeps you full, you guys. I mean, it also, you're going to the bathroom constantly, but so it keeps you pretty full though. And then Brandy and I will probably, well, I know we will. I made some homemade spaghetti sauce for yesterday, and she has fabulous venison. So she shot a deer. Brandy shot the deer. Her and Dave dressed it out. They made their own meat. So with bacon, they mixed bacon and the burger, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous meat. And they blend that together, and then they just make hamburger out of it, or whatever. Mostly hamburger. So we put that, I used that, and then they had venison sausage as well. And I made that into a spaghetti sauce. Garlic. I love crushed red peppers. Dave said it was a lot, but I can't help myself. Archer and I, for Christmas, I bought a thing with 5 different hot sauces. So we had a tasting contest with pretzels. Him and I did. Archer 7, remember? I love him. So we had fun doing that, but I do like hot sauce. So I put some crushed reds in it, garlic, just some Italian seasoning and salt and pepper, and it was fabulous. And Brandy and I had it over spaghetti squash for dinner last night. Well, there was enough left over because the little kids, the two younger ones, Sir and Archer, 10 and 7, do not like spaghetti sauce. So I ended up getting bell peppers. So I didn't get the green ones, but I got the red, yellow, and just the red and yellow, and then this little small ones. So for dinner, I took that sauce and stuffed the peppers and then put some mozzarella cheese on it and then baked it. And so that's our dinner, and we'll have a salad with it. And it sounds fabulous. So that's kind of what I do. And then I try not to eat anything after my second meal. So I have 2 meals a day, no snacks really. I try to get quite a bit of vegetables in, quite a bit of protein in, and then a ton of water in. And then I'm pretty much done. I will have some almonds, but I'm pretty full. So that's going to be what I'm doing, because I still have to drop 10, 15 pounds before I head back to Idaho. In April or May. And I'm going to actually train with my trainer before the competition in August, full time. Like, I'm going to give it my all, and see, like, he's going to help me do the posing and the whole work. So that's my plan. But if I don't get as lean as I need to get, which is hard, you guys, it's hard to do that. Like, it is so difficult, because you really have to drop calories in that last 3 months, I think he said. You have to drop calories while increasing cardio. But I'm going to be working with him. I think, I really, really think that I'm going to do really well this year. So I plan on dedicating the summer, I'm going to stay with my son there in Pocatello, and I just plan on going for it. But before I get there, I need to drop another 15 pounds, 15, 20 maybe. So I got a lot ahead of me, but it's okay. Gosh, what else is happening? Oh, besides the shoulder pain, like, I don't know. I do a lot of, so one thing, I got to turn this heat off. I got a little electric heater, but one thing I did, so I had a trainer also in Pocatello that told me sometimes the shoulder pain is because the muscles in your back area are all intense and tight, and I hold my stress back there. And so he told me to use one of those great big rollers and roll your back out, shoulders, back area, all of that. And so that helps a lot too. And Donna also sent me some great exercises to strengthen it. But I'll tell you what, I've been doing, part of my workout now is doing to even get warmed up. So I'll give you an example today. So today I started with 100 pull-ups. You do 25 at a time. So 25 pull-ups, 25 incline push-ups. No, I didn't start with that. I just did regular, but I'm getting stronger. So I do 100 push-ups and 100 pull-ups to warm up. And I'm able to do 20 of the boy kind in pretty darn good form now, and about an 80 of the girl kind. It still counts, man. I'm telling you, it counts. And then pull-ups is weighted pull-ups. So I don't just knock out pull-ups. I have there's a machine that kind of helps you. It puts weight on there so you're not lifting your whole. I'm still not the best at doing that yet, but I think it's pretty good. So that's how I warm up. And then I did probably, I don't know, I do, so he's got me doing, I forgot what the bar is called, but it sort of goes at an angle, and you lean over and pull it up this way, and then the other one is you push it this way. So it's an angled bar, and then it has weights on it, and then just different things, and then bench press. So barbell bench press, I'm doing 40. I'm working with 40 barbells per arm now. That's strong. And you do 5 sets of those, so 15. Hey, Bill. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm going to call you, mister, because we need to connect to talk about a reunion if we're still going to have it. You know what I mean? So I did text you, but I haven't heard back. So I'm going to be calling you. I see you guys are doing fabulous. I'm so proud of you. That's so awesome. Anyway, and Lisa's on here. She says, hello, Bill. Anyway, so I'm getting stronger, even though I haven't lost as much weight as I wanted. So 40-pound dumbbells. I do chest presses. And then what was I doing the other day? Oh, I really push up a bunch on my legs. I bet I can do 4 of the 40-pound weights on each side. So I am getting stronger. My push-ups and pull-ups are fabulous, and it's really strengthening me arms. Me arms, yar. Anyway, Donna asked if she's like, did you get hair extensions or is your hair growing super fast? I'm like, I think my hair, I take a lot of vitamins. So it's pretty long. Like it's about down the middle of my back now. And I'm growing it out for the competition because they like you to have hair, you need it sort all the way down your back. I mean, you don't have to, but it looks really good if you do. And I probably will get hair extensions this year when I go, but so I am growing it out. So yes, it has gotten pretty long. She wasn't sure it was my own hair. Like, yes, I'm growing it out. The same with the top, guys. I'm letting all of it sort of grow, and it's getting dark instead of, so I usually get highlights, but and the bangs too. I'm letting the bangs go because I don't want to mess with it, you know? So that's that, Donna. It has gotten longer. I take a lot of vitamins. So I take, K12, K2, is it K2? Vitamin D. Let's see, fish oil. Hey, Carla. Boy, there's a lot of fun people on here today. How fun. Oh goodness, vitamin C for sure. I do take a baby aspirin. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I don't know. I think my husband had them. I'm like, I'm just going to take this. I don't need to because like my blood pressure is super low. It's usually 110 over 60. My resting heart rate though has been going up a little bit. Like it usually was around 58. Now it's like 63, and I think it's because I'm not doing the cardio I was doing before. Because I'm getting good sleep and things like that, but I got to get back into that. So, what other vitamins? Digestive enzyme, fish oil, vitamin C for sure, magnesium. Magnesium is awesome. Calcium I take, but I take magnesium at night. It's from Code Red, and I take 3 every night, and it keeps you regular and helps you sleep really well. So I've been getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. That's a regular. But so I mentioned earlier that I went to a cabin over the New Year's with my daughter and her friends. So my daughter and her husband and I had double beds, so we kind of shared the same room. And I'm like, I snore, and so sure enough, my daughter's like, oh, Mom, I think you should go have a sleep study because you do snore a lot. And I'm like, I know. I told you that. Um, but so she was worried about it. And so I did kind of look into it a little bit. I don't know. I don't wake up in the night. I'm a solid sleeper. Um, when I searched it, it looked like I looked on the Mayo website and it just says you don't have to worry about it unless you stop breathing at night. Well, so far I've been okay. I don't wake myself up. I sleep solid 8 hours. What else did it say? If you get headaches, and I don't, there's a lot of things. I don't know. I might do a sleep study, but what do what's the most they do is put you on a CPAP? I don't see me doing that. So anyway, you probably didn't need to know that, but that's what I found out about if you snore. Besides the fact that it keeps other people awake at night. My daughter had a rough time because her husband snored and I snored. She's like, yeah, every time one would stop, the other one would start. So dang it. I guess, I don't have to worry about that. I said, you know what? I'm single. I probably will be. I'm not worried about it. I guess if I ever do hook up with someone eventually, maybe I'll get it checked out. But anyway, that's my take on it. All right, let's move on to the RV life. I'm going to drink some water because this is my third one of the day and I should have had it already done. I also do weight loss can help snoring. I know. I've heard that too, Alex. What are you saying exactly? Just kidding. No, I have snored since I was 16. I didn't have weight on me at that time. I don't know why. It might be some kind of weird thing in my sinuses. My mom snores. My dad snored. I've snored since I was a young girl. So I'm just not going to worry about it. And when I did lose, I've lost a lot of weight from what I was before and I'm still snoring. So I don't know. I agree with what you're saying though. I do agree. And yes, I do have more to lose, but we'll see. I don't know. I think it's something to do with my sinuses. But thanks for your input. So I'm moving on to the RV thing. What's happening? So I've been in Kentucky now since November, the first week or so of November. About 2 weeks ago, and Brandy told me the weather here is fabulous, right? Well, we had 70 to, hey Richard, we had 70 degrees outside, right? 70 degrees, huge winds. So we had tornadoes, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it was west of us and it was horrific. And I was in the RV. I stayed in the RV till about 3 in the morning, and then it got so bad here. I've been in tornadoes before, and so I understand what they feel like. So it was more me than, oh, you don't need to lose weight. Do you snore too, Alex? You look fabulous. You look fabulous. So I didn't even think about you. Anyway, so it was rocking and rolling outside. I did go in the house. Hello, Richard. Happy New Year, Richard. Nice to see you. Happy New Year, everyone. Anyway, so I wasn't worried about it. By the time, hey, Allison, nice to see you on here. Happy New Year. I just want to tell everyone I finally got a good internet connection, I hope. So hopefully this will show me not breaking off of and dropping my program, because I'm paying almost $100 a month for, I have a modem now and I have the internet in my RV. So I'm hoping to be able to start doing more of my videos in a 21-day challenge and all of that. So I'm trying it out today. Hopefully we don't lose anybody. Hopefully you don't lose me, because that's so annoying. So anyway, I was talking about the weather here, right? In my RV. So my RV stays pretty warm. So this is strange weather here. My grandkids call it bipolar weather, because it can be 70 one day and 20 the next in the morning by morning. And the day we had the tornadoes, it was 70, huge winds. There was a whole town. Well, it was so-called one of the biggest tornadoes in history and stretched across 4 states. Now, where we're at, we're kind of in a hilly area, so we weren't really affected. But west of us, a whole town was devastated. A whole section from St. Louis on down into Kentucky, I think Tennessee, and Bill, if you're still on here, you can let me know. And I'm not sure where else, but I know this tornado kept going, and it was like 200 miles wide, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. One whole factory was devastated. A lot of people were killed down there, and it was pretty sad and scary at the same time. But by the time I went into the house at 3 in the morning, because I couldn't sleep, the tornadoes had already ripped through all those states. That happened about 7 in the morning. And so after that, I've been a little weirded out when it gets too windy. So like I'll check, it rains a ton here, you guys. It rains like crazy. Rain, rain, rain. But it's beautiful and green. It's beautiful here. I don't think I'll settle down here. I really miss the desert. I've been going through different places, and that a lot of that is what I'm doing right now, is kind of traveling around to see where do I want to settle down. And then I'll probably trade my little RV in for a 5th wheel in a truck. That's one thing I have noticed, is I probably do need a vehicle. I usually have to borrow everybody's wherever I'm staying, which my daughter's so good about it, and so, but I probably do need to get my own eventually when I find out where I'm settling. I'm kind of liking Havasu for the winter, and maybe Prescott or Flagstaff for the summer, or Tombstone I heard is great. So I'm still checking it out. So I wanted to tell you guys one thing about my RV living. So a couple things, but one of the things that really had me really thinking, so when I bought mine, I didn't check around a lot. So Lisa and I have been looking at different RVs because they're shopping for a new 5th wheel. When I went and got mine, I really just found the one I liked, bought it, and started traveling in it. So this is what I kind of found out. The Thor Elite that I bought, 24-foot motorhome that I drive, they kind of rushed it out of the factory. And I think they're still kind of doing those things. Because they're popular now, everyone's buying them. There's a few things that I can tell you that I would check out before I bought another one. And I'm going to find out, like I'll get a 5th wheel, so Lisa's doing all the research. I'll just see what she found out. But, so the scary part is I went and visited Miriam in Texas, right, before I came here. That was in November after the reunion. I traveled to Texas. It was wet, and my dog had been in mud, and she jumped on my car seat. And so I had to take the car seat covers off and wash them. So I was putting on the driver's side car seat, and just happened to notice down at the bottom where the car seat strap attaches, and it was hanging loose. So I was like, what? It wasn't attached to anything. So this whole time I've been traveling all summer, and it wasn't attached. The car seat safety belt was not attached at the bottom. I think, I don't know, I'm guessing, we took off the little rubber mat that goes on there. I don't know if it had been stripped. There was no bolt down there. So it was hanging, they just covered it with that and left it. I don't know. So I was like going, oh, lovely. So I had to just kind of leave it like that till I got here to Kentucky. So I started making calls. You can't get your RV in anywhere fast. It takes a couple months. They want you to leave it. You know, you're living in it. So I've been trying to fix things myself because it's a pain. So this is the phenomena with a motorhome. The front part of it, the chassis, is a Ford. The back part of it was manufactured, I don't know, by Thor. And then they just put it together. So I called Thor and I'm like, yeah, my safety belt was never attached on the driver's side. What do I do? Well, they hung up on me and blocked my phone from calling back. And so then I called the place where I bought it. I'm like, this is what happened. You know, this is a huge safety issue. And they just said, well, we don't fix it. The safety belt is the front of the chassis that's Ford. The back isn't the safety belt. So I called the Ford manufacturer. Oh, we don't fix that. That's the back of the RV that fixes that. So long story short, I ended up, my son-in-law, him and I were working together to find a bolt that would fit in there. And it's not a common size. I think it's 7/16, but the thread count, believe the thread, like how far is a 20 millimeter or something. I think that's what it means. So I did find one, and that's not a normal bolt. I found one at Home Depot that was 14. It fits in there okay, but I wondered if it's not stripped. So long story short, he found me one. He had to call up. They actually have seat belt bolts that are specially made. So we did order them in. They're only about $3. I have them in here now. So I have to get them. I have to either reset it with a tap, you know, where you reset the threads, or this is going to work. I don't know yet. I've got to do it before I take off again. So I don't know. Things like that. I would check all my plumbing, make sure when they built it that everything was constructed so when you're driving down the road and it's doing this, it's not going to fall apart. What else was there? Let's see. Hubcaps. One of my hubcaps fell off. I think someone might have got it. Oh, I know another thing. Gas. So I stayed at a KOA camp park in, oh gosh, New Mexico, Albuquerque. Well, Donnie had told me the crime rate was bad. Well, I just filled my tank with gas, $120. I started traveling the next day and it was only about a quarter of a tank. So somebody must have a fast way of piping gas off of you. So I would immediately get a locking gas cap. I have one now, and so at least I know when I fill it that it's not going to get stolen, because that's quite a bit of money, you know. I had to refill it. Other than that, I don't know. This is a fantastic motor. I've got a 350 Ford. I think it's, is it called 10-cylinder? I'm bad with all that stuff. But it drives like a maniac. It's wonderful. You know, goes up hills, great, passes semis. I'm good with it. I finally got good with the wind. That scared me for a while. I'm a little weirded out by the large mirrors on the side. And like when you're riding down the road, where are you at in the center? But I'm getting better at that too. So there's kind of a lot to it, but not too bad. The refrigerators work great. It can convert to like while you're driving. Oh, that's another one. When we were in at the reunion in Laughlin, my gas propane on the outside, I had to go have it filled, and it was, when I went to shut it off, it started hissing, and it was completely disconnected. There's a lot of things, to check out. Always another one also, another one to be aware of is the hot water heater circuit board went out immediately, right after I bought it. I used it one time and it went out. Had to have that replaced. So, little things. The tires, how do you fill or check the air pressure? I had to buy extensions because there's hubcaps and it goes in a little ways, and these extensions reach out a little bit. So, there's kind of a lot to it, but not too bad. I'm doing good. I'm driving way better. One thing I did notice is it stays pretty warm in here. Like, I feel like there's good insulation. So when it warms up, it stays warm. I sleep it in here at 30 degrees. It gets 30 and below here. Hey, Cindy. Happy New Year. Girl, I haven't talked to you in forever. Anyway, my dog and I have like 3 layers of blankets, and I love it, man. I've living my best life sleeping the best. So I don't know, Anyway, so I think, it can be 70 one day and 60 the next. And now this week, they're calling for a little bit of snow. Hey, Cindy, nice to see you on here. How fun. I love seeing pictures of everyone. So it's time for me to start getting ready to head south, because it's going to be in the 20s, and my daughter says it gets colder in January and February. So let's go on to moving forward. So what's happening with me moving forward? I am I'm starting to plan my trip now. Down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a week to get over. No, I'm going to probably take a couple days to get over to the Carolinas. So my son has told me how beautiful it is there. I'm going to go through Knoxville, Tennessee, and Charlotte, I believe it's Charlotte, North Carolina, and then Wilmington. He told me about a beach there that sounds fabulous. The other thing I did is I bought a national parks pass, because RV KOAs can be a little spendy. I mean, at one night, like, I can back mine in so I don't have, and I can go without electricity and sewer and all of that for a little while. Like, I've gone here for a month, and then you can always find somewhere to dump it. But it's nice to be able to stay somewhere. But so for the very minimum, you pay about $35 at a KOA. You can pay as high as $120 with full hookups. And depending on, I think I paid that maybe in Nashville. I can't remember. I think it was 60 some in Nashville, which I got to see Bill Miller and the Johnny Cash Museum. If you guys haven't been there, go. So we're talking about, you'll be less than 90. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. Well, tell me, tell me again. Send me a thing again, Alex, where you're at. What my plans are is I'm going to probably take 2 days to get over into Wilmington, and then I plan to kind of stay in there through the weekend. I'm hoping to stay at a park, because parks are, I think I've seen them about $20 a night. But I gotta call and see. Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm gonna look and see where you guys are at, and I'll try to plan on making a short stop by or have dinner or something. That'd be fun. Because when I leave North Carolina, I plan on going to Jacksonville, Florida, probably for the night, and then heading down into the south. I think it said there's a YMCA at Hollywood, Florida. And that's more 80-degree weather. That's what I'm talking about. And then I'm looking for pickleball and a good YMCA and I'm thinking, just to save on my budget, if I can boondock at a park or something for, 5 or 6 days of the week and then stay at a KOA 1 day a week, that would probably be fine. Like, that wouldn't cost me very much to live on that. And then I want to eventually go into the Keys. I'm going to stay 3 months into Florida. Just kind of hitting the beach and having fun, honestly. So if anybody's in the area, let me know. Gracie wants to meet me in Naples, so I've heard that's fabulous. I plan on going down the East Coast, all the way down to the Keys, and then back up the West Coast. And then my kids are Brandy and her family's gonna meet me in April somewhere during spring break. So then I'm heading back up this way and then over to Idaho to do training and stuff. So that's kind of my plan. It's going to be an adventure though, because one, I've never been there. I don't know what to expect. I did ask one of Brandy's friends what about the gators? And he said, you don't have to worry about yourself but your dog. So we have to pay attention to her. But I don't know. We'll see. I want to kind of live off the grid for most of the time, but I don't know what to expect. So it's going to be pretty fun. I will take pictures, and I plan on hanging out at the beach a whole lot, meeting new people, seeing new things. And so that's my moving forward. And the one thing that I've been thinking about a lot, like before I did this, semi-retired, got my RV, started on the move. Honestly, I think I did a lot of planning on my own, but now it's kind of I feel like I've become more spiritual because honestly, it's sort of in God's control where I go now. You know what I mean? I do think of strategy. I know where I want to be. I'm kind of finding a place to settle down. And I'm sure loving the desert because I keep looking there and it's been beautiful. Beautiful in the way of 50s, 60s. We grew up there, right? But it is about 80 down in the southern tip of Florida. So hopefully, God bless you in your adventure, Kathy. Sounds like, yes. Go, see ya. See ya, Cindy. Thanks for checking in. Thank you. Thanks for praying for me, keeping me in your prayers. And I do all of you. So, anyway, I feel like it's not me doing so much of the planning anymore, although it's a gut instinct. And, I do know, like, this area. I like the KOAs because I feel safe. A lot of them are protected and have people there and, it's convenient. But $30 a night could add up. I'm going to be there 3 months. You can get a better deal. I believe I've seen it as for the month $300, $400, for the week about 100 and some. I don't know. Maybe the other thing I thought of is maybe I could work at one of them so I get my. I've seen people do that. I don't think I want to work there though. I don't. So maybe I'll just get my 21-day challenge going and start getting the business rolling. I'll have more time. I want to write too. I want to write a book. So I'm hoping now that I'm going into that area and I'm going to be sort of on my own, I'll start getting things going again. You know what I mean? Although this is going to be, it's always so hard when I go stay with someone and we grow so close and then I have to leave. It's hard, you guys. It's really difficult. Like, part of me is like, oh, just stay. But this is my adventure and I have to do, I need to keep moving forward with it. till I know what I want, you know, till I know where I want to settle, or what I don't want. Maybe that's it. What I don't want, right? So let's see. Geez, I think that's it. It's been just a awesome blessing for me, my heart. I was pretty lonely, you know, in Idaho after my husband died, and just like, you know, it's been 6 years. It was pretty lonely. My son was there, you know, and I got to see them. But I've got to see and be with so many more friends and family and things that it's really filled my heart, and it's been such a blessing. I mean, I'm so filled, I guess you could say, you know, happy and content, independent, and I love it. So it's a good thing. That's my moving forward. So, okay, I am going to try and do another video. I've got to finish my 52 Women of the Bible, and then I hope to be starting my website and getting that going and things. I'll try and check in more often now, unless you guys get sick of me. But I guess we'll see what happens. It seems like my internet is working out. So that's what I wanted to test today, and get to see all you awesome people, which I love, all of you. It's so special. And just check in. And Donna wanted to know what the heck I've been doing. So here you are, Donna, my friend, my beautiful friend. I'm checking in, and I think I'm going to sign off for today. I got to talk to Lisa today. That's, oh my gosh, family. I miss her dearly. That was hard. We were both bawling when I left there. Ooh, that's hard to leave. But, you know where you want to go back to. Love you, too. Get better. We both have a sinus cold. I don't know how we did that together, but I guess we're pretty connected soul-wise, spiritually. So get better. Goodbye for now. Love everyone. Blessings to you all. Blessings for the new year. If you haven't started working out, get to the gym. Get to the gym. I'm looking for people to do the bodybuilding competition with me. If you want my plan, if you want any help, if you want any encouragement, let me know. I'm still doing it. Only this time, I'm bringing it all. So, I love you. Take care. Give your families a hug. Love you all. Have a super awesome Monday and rest of the week. Bye.